Happy Feel Good Friday, everybody. We got some NFL futures for you. It's time to make some money. I believe in this group. I believe in our mediocre research, our long term knowledge, and the love for the NFL and the love of the game. Welcome to fantasy season, everybody. Welcome to betting season. Let's do it. Football is this month. Hit that theme music, Joseph. It really felt like football season is really here now because first episode of Hard Knocks. I watched that. I've not watched the SEC doc. Have you guys?
I'm 3 episodes into the SEC doc.
Okay.
3 episodes in.
Joseph, you got 3 behind the scenes here.
Yes.
First 3 episodes review.
Shocker. Okay. So not every team participated. I was not aware of that.
I didn't know that either.
So far, 3 episodes, no Alabama, no Texas, no Georgia, no Oklahoma.
Okay.
The teams that we've seen so far are Florida, South Carolina, LSU, and Vanderbilt. Haven't seen Texas A&M. Doesn't mean they're not there, but I haven't seen Texas A&M yet. So I didn't know that some of these schools opted out of this. It's good, but I don't know. It's kind of it's weird knowing all the results. Which I mean, how would you get a doc without knowing, because it's going to come out afterwards?
Yeah.
But it feels like they're not playing the suspense up enough for me personally. I think they did a good job with the whole like Graham Mertz, DJ Lagway thing. Because I honestly remember DJ starting at some point. I forgot Graham had torn his ACL. Forgot that was why. That was in the Tennessee game, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. He threw a touchdown, tore it in the Tennessee game. It's good. It's not the best doc I've ever seen, but it's good, and it makes me really, really excited for football.
Joseph?
Haven't watched it. Probably not going to watch it. Don't want to. I want to watch Vanderbilt play football this year before I watch it. I've already seen the trailer. I get why they got to do it. I think it's they're playing all the hits. I mean, you got to ride as hard as you can off last season. But I'm going to wait till we get about 4 games in, and then I'll probably watch it.
Okay.
I will say, regardless of how their season goes, I have now become a Clark Lee fan. I like him.
I saw a clip.
He's a good dude.
I saw a clip, and I believe I'm in the same boat. I liked him last year. I thought how the success went, I thought he was awesome the way he handled the whole thing. Like, his demeanor's awesome. Like, I'm sure some people would think he's like hardcore bro, whatever at times, but for the most part, he's awesome for Vanderbilt and that thing they have right now, the juice. Also from the great north, the satellite office somewhere in East Tennessee, Malcolm Harris.
What's happening, fellas? What's happening? I've not watched an episode yet, but as soon as we finish up here, I'm probably going to clean my house and do that. I think that's a good idea.
Have that on, just the background noise?
Yeah, just background noise. Y'all do that sometimes? You just clean the house and have a little background noise in the back,
It seems like it's perfect for that. Like the doc itself, to have your lone attention seems kind of slow, but to have it on as background noise, to be able to check in and see a moment, see behind the scenes of, like, because they covered the Tennessee-Arkansas game also. So I forgot to mention Sam Pittman's on there, and I love Sam Pittman. But it's good as like background noise.
I've heard the same thing. I don't know, Mickey, have you watched any of the WWE one like they're doing?
Yeah, I have for sure, bro.
Yeah, I figured so. But I've heard it's kind of like, it's awesome to get new people in. Like, it's like how F1 was for most Americans.
Yeah.
Like that show, it's kind of the same thing. Like, they're bringing in people that don't watch. Like, this is the best thing to bring in new folks.
No,
and
definitely.
You just raised your IQ by like 300 points.
I couldn't see. My eyes been dry all day, and I was like, dog, just throw on your glasses real quick. But nah, it was really cool. I'm excited to see, what exactly is going to look like in comparison to the WWE one. I know WWE it's the best quality it's been since probably the 90s, like right now. Like it is extremely, extremely good.
I've
So
heard it's awesome right now. I mean, I'm just faded away. Maybe one day we'll get back into it, but it's huge
it's
right now.
humongous, bruh. And no, I mean, we hit on it. I think it was you guys last show. Somebody said it, but there's not a better time for college football than right now. There's just not. Like this is about to be. It's almost going to take the NFL out of sorts. And I know we're going to get in the NFL, but bro, like I can't wait, bro. The quality of the
If they
game,
do the red zone thing,
buddy. You talk about ignoring some Hannah Green. Hannah Green ain't gonna get a text back, buddy. I'm
dude,
sorry.
she's gonna hate me for the 5 to 6 months we have of football.
I mean, YouTube TV is gonna just live and die here in Chattanooga North. You get my drift.
It's gonna be popping, dude.
Cannot
I mean,
wait.
that'll change the game.
Oh my god! And I think they're gonna do it. There's too much money to not do it. And you have the what's it called, bro? Help me out. What's it called?
Yeah, the
Multi-view?
Multi-view.
Yeah, but it's always kind of not good. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got Oklahoma and Texas, Oregon and Ohio State. We have Tennessee and LSU, and we have North Dakota State taking on the School of the Deaf and Blind.
Yeah. They always have to throw the bad one in there. Like you're like,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
a fourth game that's going on that's gonna be awesome right now. I want that one too.
Yeah, it's like nah, like give me that other Big Ten matchup. So hopefully, like this is gonna be able to kind of ease that from happening because it really feels like 3 games instead of 4. But like that's such a first world problem. Do you hear me? I sound like such a prick. That's such a first world problem. I'm complaining about games and people are starving in the streets.
I know that's what we are here for right now. There's plenty of other podcasts that can help you and guide you through those tough times. We're not really here for that.
I'm not
We
here
do
to
that
improve
sometimes.
anybody's life.
No, I hope we entertain you.
Yeah.
I hope today we win you some money.
We can win you some money.
I will say sometimes like I make these bets or I talk about these bets and I'm just like, it's kind of a funny thing. Like maybe this will happen. I actually feel pretty damn good about these. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh boy.
We're back. Boys.
Oh no.
The irrational confidence came back.
The naivety is here.
Well, my first one, I watched some more clips of practice. Light the fires, baby.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
I need you. I'm so ready for you to just spin this in whatever way, shape, form you can. Because when I saw it come through across my phone, I thought he's doing this because I remember last year. I remember vividly sitting there and watching you guys talk yourself into the Titans, and I was just like, okay.
We're back,
Okay.
though, Joseph. We're so back.
We are so back.
Oh man.
I didn't do it, but I do have Fanatics gear in my cart right now. I didn't do it today, but there's a lot of new gear that I wanted, and I shouldn't let it have this much power over me. But there's been like 4 or 5 podcasters and whatnot that have said like, dude, you can't wear jerseys of other men's names on your back. And so it's gotten in my head and I'm like, it is a little weird at times, but then I'm also like, especially like younger ones, like I was like Cam Ward jersey. I was like, do I really want to pay for that? And so I don't know why that's gotten in my head. I'm like, I can't wear that. I can't wear jerseys anymore.
Why do you care?
I don't know. You don't
need that kind of. You know what that is? That's negativity that you don't need in your life.
I know.
You want to wear a jersey for your favorite sports team with the starting quarterback's name on the back of it? Do it, dog.
Well,
Where's
also,
the-
yeah, but also I do have that fear of what we talked about with your boy from Atlanta. Caleb set us straight. He's like, don't go buy that jersey yet for the Kirk Cousins one.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that like if you want to play it safe, I mean, and I know you don't want that to touch your body, but you could go Miami Cam Ward so that you could repurpose it if things go south. It'll hold the value. You know what I'm saying? So like you can kind of get a nice little retro. You feel me?
Yeah, he was so awesome in college. Yeah, you could play that forever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that'll work.
I dig it. All right, Drew, you brought to our attention a segment today.
I did. Yeah.
Are our stipulations? Because everybody knows we're talking gambling, we're talking NFL. What are the 5 you bring to us?
All right. First
6.
off, before I get to the categories, I want to say, if you don't have the money for this, don't do it. None of us know. We don't know better than any of the rest of you out there. But
these are
it
our
is-
picks and our picks alone.
right,
Must
entertainment
be
purpose
18 or
only.
older.
Yeah,
18
entertainment
or
only.
older.
Yeah, but if you do want to follow along and you do win money off of us, we'd love to hear about it. I mean, please let us know. But without further ado, I challenged everybody to pick 5 categories of NFL futures. We have a team win total over under, a division winner, a player milestone yard total, so no touchdowns or anything like that, just a yard total, a reasonable award winner, which is, don't pick Joe Milton to win the MVP. That's kind of where we're at. Like, keep it within the bounds of reality. And then a long shot, any category, a huge bet. Ideally, probably like plus 1,500 or longer odds on this one. And then we have some freelance bets, basically funny bets at the end out there that we'll get to. But yeah, we're just going to have a good time. I think we're going to talk about everybody's favorite on this podcast, Titans and Falcons. Both. I feel like Kyle Pitt's name is going to come up. So for true believers out there who have never given up, like me and Malcolm up there on the right side of your screen, just know the talk is coming. But I mean, who wants to go first? I mean, we can really should we start it off with Titans talk, or should we we sizzle on over to Joseph just so we can put that in the middle of the segment?
I mean, I am the unbiased in the room. I do not have a favorite NFL team, but I enjoy the product. However, this was your baby. This was your segment, child. So I think you have to lead us off.
Yes. All right. Perfect. I really wanted to lead us off, and you can probably tell by my shirt where I'm going. If you can't see it. It's Falcons with little peaches and ATL, and
it's great. Like it's the neon sign look. It's great.
Yeah. Hey, discount NFL store. They got whatever you need. So without further ado, my win total over under is going to be the Atlanta Falcons over 7.5 wins at minus 140 on DraftKings. Now, I hear you saying, it's the Falcons in the NFC South. What are you doing? I don't care. I don't understand why nobody is talking about this Atlanta Falcons team. They have the same problems that many Falcons teams often do. They don't particularly have the greatest depth in some places, especially in that secondary. Man, it gets really thin really fast. I'm not sure if any of the guys that are at maybe CB4, CB3 would play anywhere else in the league, but this is a team that is returning AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, a year 2 Michael Penix, hopefully going to get a full healthy season of him for the first time, a year 3 Bijan, in which I'm not going to lie, I think Tyler Algier might be out the door very quickly. I think they've kind of used him as a Bijan insurance policy.
Which is a great insurance policy.
Absolutely. It's a luxury to have that not many teams around the league will have. But Bijan Robinson, barring injury, is going to have, as long as they use him like they did last year, he's going to have an Offensive Player of the Year season. I understand the hesitance on this team because it is the Penix question. If either Jalen Walker, or James Pierce Jr., they've just got to be serviceable. This is a team that ranked 29th in pass rush. They've got the 6th easiest schedule. They're in the NFC South. The Saints and the Panthers, who knows? Do either of those teams get to 5 wins? I don't know. I'm a Bryce Young fan. I kind of hope the Panthers are able to get there. The Saints are playing Tyler Shuck at quarterback. They've still got Alvin Kamara somehow. He seems happy in New Orleans. Good for him. But the Buccaneers love, while I get it, you lost Liam Cohen, who I think even Baker Mayfield would tell you Liam Cohen was paramount to his success in Tampa Bay. Now they're bringing a new coordinator. Godwin is hurt. Don't know when he's going to be ready. I don't know if he's going to be in for the regular season or not. Tristan Wirfs is hurt. I think he should be back, but who really knows with the offensive line injuries? I agree that Tampa Bay should be the favorite on paper. I don't understand the lack of Atlanta Falcons love. What do you guys think?
Miggy, I'll let you answer this next one because you're a resident.
Simple. I love it. And it was my pick. And I just had to change picks because I love it that much. I would double down on this. I was looking at the line and it was set at 6 for me. I was gonna go 6.5.
Mm.
At it was like minus 250.
Mhm.
And to me, that's a bad line. Like Vegas is not smart for setting that at 250. Overall, I love everything that you just said. You mentioned them early on, but I'm gonna double down on it. Believe in Kyle Pitts. I promise it's gonna pay off. Every single I've been since Caleb came on the show, I've been watching. They are making it a point to force feed Kyle Pitts the football. It's actually kind of getting annoying at this point because I'm scared if something happens, knock on wood, that they're not going to know what to do in the red zone because that's all he's been doing is catching touchdown passes. It looks like Florida Kyle Pitts, and that's all I got to say.
He's gonna force feed him.
Yeah,
We know that already.
I do have a little side bet with this one. If anybody's interested, Kyle Pitts just 5 receiving touchdowns, plus 200. So if anybody wants to get in on that with me as well, yeah, I know, plus 200. Look, I get it. He hadn't done it since his rookie season. I get it, but man, I mean that
You
that
got the
feels
right
like
guy.
hey, the odds are. And one thing I didn't mention, I just want to say that last year was Raheem Morris's first year as a coach. I don't think that can be overstated enough. He was very, very, very lackluster in some of like just the experience game manager areas that head coaches develop with years of experience. I think with Morris, he's going to continue to get better. Of course, he comes off the McVay tree, so you know he's smart. You know he's going to adapt and learn. This is a no-brainer. I even like it at 8.5 wins at plus 125 if you really want to double down on it. But I mean, 8 wins in the NFC South, especially if you're not the Saints.
Not bad. Because, yeah, it depends on how you feel about Carolina. Carolina's was setting higher than I thought. 6.5 for the Carolina Panthers.
That seems kind of high.
That seems high as hell.
They were definitely going to be – I thought about them as the under. I thought that was going to be the one I took. But I did not, boys. Let's talk Titans.
I got to hear it.
Let's talk Titans. Okay. It did. It really did pretty much only take one YouTube video for me to fall hard in love with Cam Ward. Our 2 best players are our 2 leaders now, and that's Jeffrey Simmons and that's Cam Ward. We got 2 trash talkers. We got 2 dogs in the building, and they're running the show. Oh, yeah, and we have this guy named Calvin Ridley. Probably our 3 best players are our 3 leaders right now. That is amazing to see. That's going to turn into something, boys. That's a little bit of the juice. Also, we have the 4th easiest schedule in the NFL. The AFC South always is bad. Somebody always falls to the bottom. This is like a falling forward situation. So I don't want to preface, I don't think the Titans are just drastically better. I just think everybody in the AFC just sucks again in the next year. At worst, you're splitting with the Jags. You can possibly beat them twice. I don't believe in that team. So you play Jags and Indy twice. Okay? You go 2-2 there. Let's just say we'll do that. We'll get 2 wins out of that. And I think you can win 3 of these. At Arizona, at Las Vegas, against the Saints, the Seahawks, and at the Browns.
Look at that smile,
Man.
man.
I just think it can happen. If Cam is anywhere close to what we think, this can happen. Van Jefferson, Tyler Lockett, improvement.
Did you say Van Jefferson?
Hey, it's something.
Oh gosh,
It's something, dude.
we drank the Kool-Aid last year too.
That's cold.
He's
Oh gosh,
I'm just saying.
great
It's
guy,
really better.
phenomenal guy. He is more athletic than I'll ever be.
Listen, it's the best I can hope for. We have Chig, and we have Gunnar Helm, and you guys know I was a big Gunnar Helm fan. I was pretty pumped about that pick. The options are there. I think we learned some things. I think our offensive line has gotten a little bit better. That's the only worry I have. We do have a guy that can get out of there. I think that we had a man that just was not ready to play in the NFL. We all thought it whenever he got drafted. I wanted to buy into it. I tried for a couple weeks. I was still hesitant, even when I was talking about trying to buy into it. But Will Levis was terrible. Will Levis made some of the worst mistakes that cost us 2, probably 3 games. I think the defense is going to get some love here because they're not playing very good offenses. Like if right now you're telling me the quarterback duel in Indianapolis is between those two cats, I got a good chance for some great defensive numbers. Like, come on.
Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, right?
Yes.
Ugh.
And Daniel Jones sounds like he's playing pretty well comparatively. Anthony Richardson is bad. He's bad.
He's a great athlete.
Unbelievable.
Could be really fun if somebody figured out, hey, when you sub in, all we're going to do is run the option, and maybe we'll let you throw a tight end bootleg out there, like a play action bootleg to the tight end. Like, could be really fun as a guy that wasn't picked 3rd overall.
Dude, put him in the Ashton Genty, Michael Myers stance in the backfield and hand him the ball.
You could just run the option with Daniel Jones.
Run the triple option with Danny Dimes, Anthony Richardson.
That's 2 big hosses.
And Jonathan Taylor. I mean, who else is going to be able in the NFL is going to be able to put up like that quality of leg at each
mid-2000s Georgia Tech?
Dude, Paul Johnson's a phone call away, man.
How funny would that be? The first triple option team. I mean, that's the best 3 guys maybe you could possibly do it with.
In the NFL on the same roster,
on the same roster.
Yeah. I was like, well, yeah.
Yes,
for sure.
On the same roster,
sure.
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I should have prefaced it on that. Thank you. So, yeah, I know, like, the Browns are really bad. I think Arizona's not going to be very good. The Saints, yikes. Seahawks, definitely taking a step back. I think Sam Darnold away from KOC is a huge drop-off again. The ghosts of Seattle are coming back. I don't know about the Raiders' overall talent. I mean, they're obviously a better coach team than Titans will be. I think Pete Carroll does bring that, I will say. But the defense is atrocious outside of 1 man, maybe 2 right now. There is a chance you could get 3 of the Jacksonville and Indy 2 games. So then you're only at 3 wins away. I think it's plausible. I'm loving it. It's minus 140. It's not a crazy thing to take. The AFC South falls forward every year if you're the bottom team. So we're coming back, boys. We're coming back. This is how we make progress. This year. 6 wins. 6 wins, 17 games.
I absolutely love listening to fans talk themselves into things.
Exactly.
Because it is just the most fun ever.
Because also 2 weeks ago, I was feeling unbiased. I was like, I'm going to go into this year just out. Like, we're just going to be almost in mediocre football analyst mode, like very unbiased. And then watch some clips. The fantasy draft order came out last night. Shout out to you, Chill, he shook our names up in a pumpkin Halloween candy box. So that's when you knew the crappy YouTube video, like and subscribe to Evan Meadows' YouTube channel. So yeah, it's the best. And so then I was like, Cam Ward forever. I saw that YouTube clip. They made an awesome one on the Titans, and I was like, here we go. Let's do it. Let's go win some ball games. Let's go make the playoffs this year, boys. So if you guys want to ladder with me, if anybody wants to take Titans to make the playoffs,
man.
Oh, playoffs.
As a 2024 Titans over, I believe, either 5.5 or 6.5.
It was 6.5.
Yeah, wins ticket holder last year. I will be the furthest thing away from this ticket.
Well, that's why we're going to win now.
I don't have the best track record with the futures, but I mean, it just comes down to if you believe in Cam Ward, then you take it. If you don't, if you think he's going to struggle out the gate, then stay as far away as possible as you can. The only thing that I'm going to touch with the Titans is I did have a Calvin Ridley 1,000+ yards last season, and I will be back for more. It's at plus 130. He hit it with Will Levis and Mason Rudolph as his QBs.
Bingo.
Yeah, everybody should be all over that one.
I wouldn't be surprised if FanDuel takes that line down now. They're like, hey, he knows. Push the button.
Before we drop that, I'm going to do that. I'm literally going to do that right now.
All right. Malcolm, so you were also on the Falcons?
I was, but I'm on something that is what I call free 99. And
All right,
I want
lay it on us.
I want you guys to just think about this division. You have a budding NFL MVP. Chase, get that in. Get that in. Listen, I'm just.
I got you. Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. Just you bring us
You
home.
got an MVP right now that I think is going to happen in the next 2 years. He goes by the name of Jaden Daniels. You also have a resurging Dallas Cowboy football team that has a lot of firepower that I'm going to get into later. And you also have, the defending world champion Philadelphia Eagles. The odd man out are the New York Football Giants. Hammer home under 5.5 wins. Brian Daboll is amazing as a man. He's lost a lot of weight. Well, he's about to lose a job as well. It's done. It's done in New York. He reached because, hey, I need to get a quarterback in the first round. Jackson Dart, he's not even going to be the starter. It's Russ. Russ is also going to show some rust, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's just not what it is. And if you look at this schedule, fellas, real briefly, I mean, we're talking, you're going Commanders, Jets, Patriots, and Cowboys. You're easily going to be 2-2 at best. Then you got Chiefs, Chargers, Saints, and Eagles. You're going to go 1-3. Then you got Broncos, Eagles, 49ers, Bears. I'm thinking 1-3 again. Then you got Packers, Lions, Patriots, Commanders. I'm thinking maybe 2-2, but 1-1 again. Then you got Vikings, Raiders, and Cowboys. Guys, I didn't get to 6 wins. I didn't get there, and I tried. Guys, minus 125 on FanDuel right now. The New York Football Giants aren't making 6 wins. Not this year.
Number 1 rated strength of schedule, according to Fox Sports.
Yep.
So it looks like it's going to get real rough for the boys in blue.
People believe in them right now, too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's weird because, unlike the Titans, where it's kind of hard, or the Falcons, like there are a lot of question marks around certain positions, but with the New York Football Giants, there's a few spots where there are no question marks. The defensive line, gonna be really solid, pretty much no matter what. I mean, going to be a good team, and then you
got a bona fide wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I mean, Malik Neighbors with if somebody, he was on my fantasy team. Let me just say, Malik Neighbors, I will kiss the ground you walk on. I mean, my goodness, dude. Time after time, it's 10 catches, 107 yards, something like that. But I'm with you, Malcolm. I don't get it. I don't get how the quarterback room of 38-year-old Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart, who is baffling. I mean, baffling that somebody spent a first-round pick on him.
That's a reach.
It's question marks, and then probably you get 2 games out of Jameis Winston. 1 game he looks like, dude, yes, Jameis Winston, 4-year contract. Next game you're like, okay, bet minimum. You can be on the bench for the rest of the season. Malcolm, I can't get there either with you, buddy. I don't get it. And I mean, they have good running backs too, and they have some really fun pieces. But overall, it's going to be more of the same in New York. It's time for regime change, and it has been time for regime change. And drafting Jackson Dart to save you, not my idea of throwing yourself a life preserver.
That's crazy. No, that's true. And I feel bad for Brian Daboll because I think he does deserve to be in the NFL. I just think when bad franchises are bad, like, guys, they've only hit this line twice since 2018.
That's crazy, man.
It's like at some point we've really got to look at the proof in the pudding. Like, I don't see it.
And we're looking at an older us, man. It's just not going to be the same. It's just not going to be the same. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm with you. That's one because I feel like I've been listening to pods and everybody's like, oh, the Giants might be a sneaky good team. I just don't get that. I don't get that.
That
Russ
is my
feels like-
safest pick tonight, by the way.
I like that.
Oh,
What were the odds on that, Malcolm?
Minus 125 on FanDuel right now.
That's nice. I like that.
Russ feels like he's just the veteran presence there for Jackson Dart.
That's it.
Like he's there to show Jackson how to be like an NFL quarterback.
Dart
So.
starts by the end of the year. Some point.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Well,
Dart saves jobs.
maybe if I don't know. I could see them benching him for the year just to sit behind Russ. But unless it feels like they might have to go to him at some point.
They're going to have to go to him, and they're going to have. I mean, he has to be decent because that's the only way Dayball saves his job. It's like, oh well, look what we have. Like if we just have Jackson, we'll be fine. It's like, yeah, it's just it's delaying the inevitable. I think Dayball's. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think Dayball is one of those guys that'll be forever. Should have been just an awesome coordinator. Awesome coordinator. But I'm wrong. Joseph, what's yours, buddy?
Oh man, here we go. So I feel like I'm going to be probably seen as the quarterback documentary bias, because I'm showing a lot of love. My over pick was the Cincinnati Bengals at 9.5, going off at minus 115 on FanDuel. I think after the season they had last year, I think Joe Burrow's kind of back for revenge. I mean, he had 40 touchdowns, 4,918 yards, and they were 1 point loss to Kansas City, 1 point loss to Baltimore, a 3-point loss to Baltimore in OT. Like, there were only a few clutch plays, like ending games away from hitting this number last year. So I've done the math. I think if they go 2-0 versus Cleveland, because I think Cleveland's going to be pretty bad, and then they split the games with Baltimore and Pittsburgh, 1-1. That gets you 4 wins right there. You've got to get 6 wins from the rest of the schedule, which is Jacksonville, at Minnesota, at Denver, Detroit at home, at Green Bay, the Jets at home, Chicago at home, New England at home, you're at Buffalo, you're at Miami, and you got Arizona at home. I think you can get 6 out of those.
Yeah.
For sure, to get you to 10. And if you're even feeling a little bit skittish on this, you could probably bump it down to 8.5 at like I think it was minus 145 when I looked at FanDuel.
That's pretty good.
And then you just got to get to 9.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, if you, I liked the minus 115 for 9.5 because I think they can get to 10 wins. I like they got Trey Hendrickson back. They finally signed Shamar Stewart on the D line. I think that's going to really help the defense. Jamar Chase absolutely went off last year. I think the Bengals are going to be pretty damn good this year.
Yeah, the T re-signing, like all that.
Yeah, like
now.
keeping that trio together of Joe, Jamar, and T Higgins. Like, I think they're going to be really good. So I went with the Bengals over 9.5 at minus 115.
It's probably my favorite of all of them. I like that.
I don't know if it's this. I wouldn't say it's the safest
because that division's brutal.
Because that division's really and the Steelers just got better with DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers, and they made a couple of DB signings. Like,
yeah,
the Steelers definitely got better, but for as unclutch as the Bengals were last year, and then to barely lose to Kansas City, you lose to Baltimore twice, but you lose by a combined total of 4 points,
and then go on that run that you went on at the end of the year.
Yeah, like I think they're going to. Talking to Drew pre-show, he had mentioned something about Joe starting in some of the preseason games with the intent to get them to start faster. I don't know if that's necessarily your solution. I don't know how I'd feel about starting Joe in preseason games.
Fingers crossed.
That's happening tonight, by the way. He's playing against He's playing against an Eagles team that isn't. They're not playing one starter.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe you give him 3 plays. If you do, I don't feel great about them starting him in the preseason.
Even
but
one drive scares that out of me.
Yeah, especially because he has missed time with injuries.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
It doesn't feel like it's worth it.
That's why they haven't gotten off to good starts, because he's been hurt. And then after he shakes off, week 4, week 5, he shakes off the injury. Then they start winning games, and then they're choosing to put their most valuable asset into harm's way against guys who I don't think anybody ever wants to intentionally hurt anybody. But let's be clear: if you're number 54 on the roster and you knock Joe Burrow out of a game, you can definitely that's not going to hurt you.
You might make it. So,
Well,
Nope.
I think as an organization, though, bro, the Cincinnati Bengals, they got to do a better job of protecting their investment. And I understand. I do wanting to keep your boys together and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Bro, I can guarantee you right now, one of the boys ain't going to make it through the season. I can guarantee it right now. And I know who I'm getting at. It's T. Higgins. That was stupid. That is dumb to have done that. And now you're going to see the ramifications on the offensive and defensive lines. They're not going to be able to protect them or get the football back. And it's stupid. So, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, we got to stop caping for Joe Burrow because he wanted this, bro. He wanted this. He did. So he got it.
I think Joseph's over-under comes with a disclaimer. If Joe Burrow misses 1 week or more, the Cincinnati Bengals do not win 10 games.
yeah.
If Joe Burrow stays healthy the whole year, I think they have as good a case as anybody to win 10 games.
Yeah, if Joe goes down at any point, this becomes like minus 500 to the over or to the under.
Mhm.
Like if he's gone, falls apart.
Yeah.
Like
I was-
sorry, Jake Browning, but it ain't happening, dog.
I was looking. PFF currently has them ranked 31st worst offensive line.
Ooh,
Because they don't have any
but-
money.
They have no money,
And
it's not the easiest place to draw people. Like, there's some spots you're like, you know what, dude? Like, I'd love to go play with Joe Burrow, but Cincinnati, not obviously bad reputation as an organization. Like, that's another part of this whole thing is worst places to play. Like, as far as team organization stuff, family, all the things keep coming back on them. They're not helping their case in a lot of aspects. And I get it. You finally got huge talent. Like, what you have, those three guys on the offensive side of the ball is a dream. Like most teams, I don't know, someplace in Nashville would love to have that, but it's not there. So I'm with you. He can't miss, but that talent can excel again, like we saw in that 8-game stretch where you're like, they're going to freaking make the playoffs. This team's going to come back again and make the damn playoffs. It's like, well, Joe Shiesty, baby. Joe Shiesty.
Joe Cool, man.
All right, back to you.
all right, boys. For the first time in many, many years, there's going to be a new winner of the AFC West. And that will be the Denver Broncos at plus 300. Ladies and gentlemen,
I was wondering who would take it.
the Kansas City Chiefs' time of winning the division is up. Not that the Kansas City Chiefs will miss the playoffs or have a bad season, because people on TikTok seem to think that we just crap all over every fan base. But I really like this Broncos team, man. This is more of a positive sentiment about the Denver Broncos than it is negative about the Kansas City Chiefs, the Los Angeles Chargers, or the
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. Sorry, goodness. I was like Oakland Raiders. Like, that's not right anymore. They're the
That's
Las
not right.
Vegas Raiders.
You can still call them that,
Yeah.
just for old times'
I'm
sake.
sure everybody in Oakland still calls them the Oakland Raiders, right?
Yeah.
When you watch it, I mean, if they still have any fans there left. But let's get into the Broncos. First off, second year Bo Nix. I was outspoken in my friend group saying that Bo Nix would be probably the worst NFL quarterback drafted that high. And boy, was I wrong. I remember watching Bo Nix at Auburn, and I thought, man, this guy is the worst quarterback I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He couldn't play over Robbie Ashford, but it's the NFL. Sean Payton clearly loves the guy. Man, Sean Payton can't gush over Bo Nix enough. I mean, it's a true love story over there. He's found the next Drew Brees. Denver also took care of business in the offseason. We just got done talking about Cincinnati and, kind of how we're not the biggest fans of some of their moves. Man, you have the Zach Allen extension. They bring in Dre Greenlaw, which I don't think I can say enough.
Great
Why don't
pickup.
other teams do this? Like, why don't other teams poach these linebackers like this? I know it happens sometimes, but man, they steal Greenlaw. San Francisco can't afford to pay him. Evan Ingram, who has also been on my fantasy team for a few years now, he was really good in Jacksonville. He had a really nice connection with Lawrence. I don't think it'll be any different. I see a lot of how they used Ingram in Jacksonville was kind of like this short yardage rack type tight end, and then they'd open the field up a little bit more with him later in the games, because in Jacksonville they were normally behind later in the games.
Facts.
So they also bring in J.K. Dobbins to kind of, shore up the running back. They've got Jaleel McLaughlin behind him. But let me say this. There's so much buzz about this Broncos team in training camp. I just haven't seen something like this in a long time. It's just, there's talent all over the field. There's depth all over the field. Sean Payton has gotten more out of less time and time again with that Saints team. I remember watching them as a kid battling the Falcons. It just feels like it's time for Kansas City's stranglehold on this division to take a little hit. Again, this is not a knock on the Kansas City Chiefs. I still expect them to get to 11, 12 wins. I think the Broncos are that good this year. I think the Denver Broncos may hold the 1 or the 2 seed in the AFC. Thoughts?
So I was wondering, I figured somebody would take it. And it's just like the all vibes thing that happens a lot. And, things just happen in the NFL every year, and you're like, I can't explain that. But it's the next year, the following year, after somebody loses the Super Bowl, especially in embarrassing fashion, that team takes a hit. That team takes a regression. It doesn't make any sense for the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm with you. It's not a bashing. It's just one of those observations like, hey, it happens. And it happens on a very regular basis. Now, we don't get a Chiefs type team, but this thing happens where the year after they take a step back, especially the Chiefs are getting a little older. I think Travis is pretty committed now. I think there was, a lot going on in life last year for him, and the Kelsey brothers are to the moon. Like my wife and I were talking about how popular the Kelsey family is now. Like they are in a different stratosphere as far as in the NFL. There's nobody even close, I don't think. Maybe Patrick, but in the world outside of football, there's nobody close. We're talking about times most attractive man of the year, Jason Kelsey, not Travis, Jason. And then the meme goes around of Travis of before and after his last 2 girlfriends. Please tell me you guys saw these.
Complete cultural switch up, shall we say?
Oh,
Miggy, did you see these?
Buddy, he went from being at the BET Awards to being a state trooper, brother.
That's right, baby.
My
favorite was he went from the guy that was selling you vapes at the local smoke shop to the guy that cries after sex.
Nah,
like,
this little over thing he's doing,
the internet
bro.
is cold.
Yeah, man.
It's
anyways.
Travis
yes.
is my goat.
Well, and really quickly, I guess I'll touch back on my own point because I kind of left this out. The Los Angeles Chargers are not there. I just don't believe that they've got enough firepower to do this. I think Harbaugh will at some point win this division again. But I actually think the Chargers overperformed for what they had last year. And I think that's kind of going to skew maybe a lot of people towards them. I expect them to come out with the same record. Though I guess the wild card would be in this pick is we don't really know what the Raiders are going to be. I don't think there's anybody week 1 that can sit down and confidently tell you what the Raiders are going to look like. The same if you watch the Raiders game in week 8. You don't really know. If the Raiders are competitive, then I can see this kind of being a everybody beats up everybody division.
Yes.
But if the Raiders are kind of like the bottom feeder like they have been, the Chargers hold steady. I think there's a chance, and at plus 300 on a division winner that I think has this legitimate of a chance. I mean, come on. You have to take it.
Yeah, I get it. I think you're very talented. Very talented. And they re-signed Cortland Sutton, too. That was obviously a big connection for Bo.
Yeah. Chase, my man, what you got?
Okay, I think the comeback happens. San Francisco 49ers, plus 150 to win the West. This was actually very tough because I do like the Rams. I believe in Stafford. I think Stafford's probably in that 5 to 7 range in the quarterback world. rankings. But I'm pretty bullish on a very healthy, for the first time in a while, San Francisco 49ers. I think McCaffrey coming back is an absolute game changer, and I'll touch on him later. And not just because he looks like me. I'm just taller. People say it. People say it, not me. Anyways, but easiest strength of schedule. I know that doesn't always translate, but for a talented team, it translates. Easiest strength of schedule in the NFL. And again, IU healthy, McCaffrey healthy, Kittle healthy, no smelling salts. Don't know if you guys saw that. George Kittle broke that news.
Not banned though.
Not banned.
Only banned from the teams giving them to the players.
Oh,
so players
correction.
Players can use them at their disposal. The teams are just not allowed to give any of those items to the players directly.
Gotcha. Good to know. Great. Thank you. Educational.
Yeah, Twitter's great.
Twitter is great. Yes, but I just believe in the San Francisco team. Looking at the schedule, not just going through it, you can kind of take in like, all right, yeah. Especially if they're running the rock, and if Shanahan got some extra time, if Brock Purdy is even close to what this contract says, you're going to be good. Greenlaw is a big loss, but you're getting your offensive line back. You're getting your defensive line mostly back. You still have studs all around that middle linebacker area. Like, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. I believe in the 49ers to make the comeback, resurgence, win the division, because it was only 10 wins that got the Rams there. Easy schedule, great group. Shanahan gets you 11, 12 wins, W. And I like the odds.
Thing to note with Greenlaw is that he didn't play last year.
Yeah.
He played 2 games, and it was very limited in both. So it's not even like you're missing a guy that took the majority of your snaps last year, and now that is just vanished. I mean, they didn't have him. And the 49ers year in purgatory last year was –
it was a year from hell. Everybody has one.
It's tough to watch. But, I mean, this does feel like a division where you could pick, I think, every team but the Seahawks, and I think you'd have a pretty good case. So getting it, which would be my favorite, at plus 150, insane value. I can't believe it's out there. No, I get it. They went 5 and 12, 6 and 11 last year. 11. Yeah. But yeah, I like it.
I dig it. All right. Who's up?
Yeah, I'll take it. And Drew, I'm so sorry, bruh. There's something you guys just said, and you said the name Twitter. Well, Twitter hasn't been called Twitter in over 2 years?
That's right.
Right? And the thing is, when something is as great as Twitter, it just sticks. And you know what just sticks? The greatest of all time that will be Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Division winner, minus 110. Are y'all serious? This is a home run ball, dog. If I had 30K laying around, boy, I'm flipping it to 55.9, dog.
Dog, he don't need Tesla stock. He just needs Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, man.
Dog, this is a home run. And this is literally going to lead me into another pick that I'm making that the sports books are probably going to take down. If somebody smart is watching this, going to be like, hey, we got some liability out here, fellas, because I'm going to put you on something later that's ridiculous that coincides with this pick. But at minus 110 right now, the Kansas City Chiefs, I want to make it perfectly clear. They're going to win the division, and they're more than likely going to go to the AFC Championship. I just think that's going to happen. I think we're more than likely going to have Lamar versus Pat 2.0. I see this team going and potentially winning 13 games, and that would place them in the 1 to 2 seed. And I love what I see. And most importantly, they got embarrassed in front of everybody. And Travis, this is it. Travis ain't saying it. This is his farewell tour. He's not going to go out like this. They made some key signings. Yes, Rashee Rice, more than likely, is going to be suspended for some time. But I do like what they've done with the receiver room. That offensive line is looking great. They're going to run the football, play defense. And Andy Reid is going to get creative. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to absolutely win this division. Easy. And I don't believe in Bo Nix. We had the Houston Texans. Nobody's talking about C.J. Stroud and how bad of a performance he had his sophomore year. The sophomore slump is real, fellas. Bo Nix is going to feel that. I'm sorry.
Ooh. That's perfect segue. Well, now you just got to go, Joseph.
Yeah, go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, no,
we won't even talk about it.
I
Just
love your
push
pick.
back.
I'm with you all the way, Malcolm. I just wanted to hear Drew spin it on the Broncos. I was really intrigued in that, but I'm with you. I think the Chiefs. It's not my pick, but I'm with you. I think the Chiefs. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Isn't that what they say on the Pat McAfee show?
it
Until they're not. If Andy Reid's calling plays and 15's taking snaps, that division belongs to the Kansas City Chiefs. But I went to another division that's kind of a train wreck, except for the team that I'm picking. I picked the Houston Texans to win their division because I really like DeMeco Ryans. I love C.J. Stroud. I really wanted C.J. Stroud at Georgia. Unfortunately, he didn't go to Georgia, but he lost to Georgia. But I really like C.J. Stroud in year 3. I think he'll kind of have a bounce back. I know they're kind of down at running back right now with Joe Mixon being hurt and Nick Chubb coming off injury, but I think they'll get that figured out.
I like Nick Chubb down there.
I really think Nick could have a good year, and that'll lead me into a later pick. We'll get down the road on that.
Mixon Chubbs, baby.
Yeah, but I love the defense with Will Anderson Jr. I think they've got 2 bona fide starting, like, great QB cornerback ones in Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter. I like DeMeco Ryans as a head coach, and the rest of the division is just kind of a mess. I mean, the Titans have Cam Ward, but outside of that, I don't really know how much confidence I have in the rest of the offense. The Colts can't figure out if they want to start Daniel Jones or Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. I think that speaks for itself just in that sentence alone.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are really interesting. First-year head coach Liam Cohen. I like Trevor Lawrence, and I think he'll have success with Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr., but I'm worried about Liam Cohen as a first-year head coach. So give me the guy that's got experience in DeMeco Ryans, C.J. Stroud, who's had success, and they've won that division before. I am rolling with the Houston Texans at, I believe it was plus 115.
Yeah,
plus 115 on FanDuel, because I tried to.
That's the best value.
I tried to find something that was plus money.
They give you plus odds.
It's plus money on the whole division.
Wow.
Any of them to win it.
Yeah.
So I went with the Texans just because I think the defense is going to be really nasty, and I think they might struggle to find answers on offense. But I think at least CJ has Nico Collins still, and if the running back room bounces back, kind of early in the season, I think that could set up. I think that could set up well for the Texans. So give me the Texans to win their division.
The only reason they're plus money is people are afraid that CJ could die because he got sacked so much last year. That offense was pretty porous.
Yep.
He could die.
Yeah.
But they did get rid of Laramie Tunsil, which I know Laramie Tunsil is a big name. But there was unfortunately, I woke up in time for this game last year on a Sunday. Laramie Tunsil was flagged by 8 times during the game. And I swear, dude, Laramie Tunsil is really good at football, but he was the most penalized tackle in the league.
Yeah.
In the league. No, so excuse me, most penalized offensive lineman.
Oh, God.
Like,
I don't know what happened whenever he moved, when he got down there. I don't know what happened.
He was really good, and then it's just like he couldn't keep. I think they were asking him, in my opinion, I don't know this. I think they were asking him to pull early, like the Chiefs, they do. Some teams pull these tackles super early. I think they were asking him to do something he didn't want to do because he's always been so good that he doesn't have to, jump backwards 2 yards before the ball's even snapped. But then, like, I think they realized, like, if he doesn't get back there, we're in trouble here. I mean, every pocket, and they kind of have patchworked the offensive line together a little bit. Is there any John Mechie love out there? John Mechie, year 3? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still on
I'm
that.
hoping for a big
I'm still on
season
that. I know he's wide receiver 5 or whatever, but Stephon Diggs is gone.
Tank Dell's down, so
yeah, I think if there was an undercover like stealth thing, like I would look at some John Mechie props. Just they may not come true, but they're going to have really nice odds. And if you take a flyer on a 5-star, the pedigree, you never really feel bad about it, like because you're taking a flyer on evidence of past success.
Yeah, if you got a little Q2 bonus, there you go.
Perfect. Are we on to the player milestone yard
player
totals?
Milestones, bring it on. These are really good. I like these.
All right, boys. Yeah, I was looking around at this forever, and then I discovered that some guy over there at the lovely DraftKings Sportsbook put plus money on Tyreek Hill to have 1,000+ yards. Plus 100,000+ yards for Tyreek Hill. Even if he gets traded, it may be better if he gets traded.
It would probably be better if he got traded.
I think last year, all the weirdness, he gets arrested week 1. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know. I don't care. But he gets arrested week 1. There's some weird like giving up on the team things. Tua, of course, is in and out of the lineup. I think last year really put Tyreek Hill in a bad light in a lot of people's eyes. Tyreek Hill is an awesome receiver, and he will continue to be an awesome receiver. So if he gets traded, this is probably more likely to come true. But come on, dude. He's the fastest receiver probably on the planet. Mike McDaniel's job is on the line. I feel the force feed coming to Tyreek Hill. I mean, if the Dolphins have any success at all this year, it's going to be because of him, Waddle, and A-Chain. And I really like situations where there's only 3 ways to succeed. I'm a big fan. And he's top of the top of those 3 ways. Can't believe it's at plus money. I understand why it's at plus money.
It's just because he may not play.
Right. Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I do. But this is...
Yeah, that was just kind of the
This guy was number 1 in the NFL Top 100 2 years ago.
Just 2 years ago.
He had such a bad season last year and such a weird Dolphins season. Man, this is a slam dunk. I already have this. I have this every way I can have it. I have this in a parlay. I have this straight. It's in my personal portfolio, as I'm going to call it. So
betting on the future, baby.
Yeah, home run, slam dunk. Let's go.
Guys, real quick, I got breaking news that just broke. It's an injury, unfortunately. Anthony Richardson was just absolutely obliterated, and his arm, he's out for the rest of the game. Daniel Jones just came in. Free rusher came in and just took him to work. So to your Joe Burrow point, you might not need to put him out there because Anthony Richardson is probably going to be out for the foreseeable future. So this is back to you guys. I'm sorry.
Bad omen. No, thank you, Maggie.
Dude, that's what I hate about this part of the year is you just start to see these injuries like season-ending injury because Chargers tackle they just signed for the $113 million.
Rashawn Slater.
Baby.
Slater got carted off today.
Yep,
He what?
out for the
He got
season.
carted off out for the season.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Patellar tendon, right?
Yeah, just signed the fattest contract in offensive.
Oh yeah, I saw that post. Yeah.
Oh, so it's brutal. Yeah, sorry to be negative, but yeah, here we go. I like it. I like the pick. If he plays, but it's a train wreck. Mike McDaniel seems miserable right now. I don't know if you guys have seen his interviews.
That. He said
he's already talking about being close to death.
Yeah, I mean,
Tyreek is an issue every day. It seems like just it's fun now. I've kind of dabbled. I guess it's in my algorithm to see these cuts and how terrible it's going at Miami. So that may be the issue. Is he just might not play. He might quit. I mean, we are talking. I don't know if it's formally diagnosed, but the level of narcissism that Tyreek Hill has clearly is a problem when it comes to what he thinks compared to what you think. I think Mike McDaniel is a good coach, but that kind of guy is tough to coach.
It's going to be great for you when he gets waived and gets picked back up by the Chiefs.
It's going to be awesome. And he may get traded to the Chiefs for a 3rd round pick, or he may get traded anywhere that needs a receiver.
Yeah.
And they have the quarterback, but they don't have the depth at receiver. Maybe they have a receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a specific team in mind.
Oh, you know who it is. He'd never play for him, but if he went to the Ravens,
there you go.
My God, dude. You put him with Lamar and Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
And Andre Hopkins?
Dude, I could never see him playing for John Harbaugh.
Definitely not.
But
no,
I'm torn on it because if he could play for Andy Reid, I'm maybe that's what he needs.
Right.
Maybe he needs somebody like that. Maybe Tyreek needs a John Harbaugh that's gonna be hey, we're not gonna put up with your we can win without you.
I think
if you want to come here,
Harbaugh would call Reid.
Yeah.
And Reid would be like, no.
I point at Deontay Johnson last year. I think Deontay Johnson got there expecting something to be in his favor, or maybe he was going to be smiled at more favorably because of past success. And I think Harbaugh shut that down real quick. And I agree with you, Joseph. I think Tyreek needs the structure, but I also think that Tyreek Hill is one of these players that needs to know that there's a chance to win it all at all times.
Yeah.
And I think in Miami, it's just been devoid of that. And he had so much success early on in his career with the Chiefs. And there's I'll throw it to the TV show Suits when Harvey Specter says, "Life is like this. I prefer this." Tyreek Hill, and if you're not watching, I'm holding it higher up in the air. Tyreek Hill was up here, and now he's been down here, maybe even down here for a few years. I think you get him back up to that level, I think he's going to fit right in.
I'm kind of with you there on the aspect that he needs to know that the team that he's on has a legitimate shot, because I think he has that ability to like lock in, but I think he needs to know that, hey, we have a chance to win it all, and they did when he was playing with the Chiefs. And I think if he went to a team like the Ravens or maybe the Packers, you would have that chance to go win it all. You're on a team that's good enough and not kind of, well, they're fun to watch, they're really explosive, but no one really takes them serious as a Super Bowl contender. And I think that could do wonders for Tyreek.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I'm gonna take it here. Baker Mayfield over 3,800 yards. The man had 4,500 last year. I was astonished.
What's the lineup?
38.
No,
the
the
minus
betting line.
110.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Most of these would be like 110 for
Cool.
these. I couldn't, and he still had a lot of people hurt. I know it took a long shot for Mike to get his 1,000 yards and the touchdowns that he needed for his contract last year, which is awesome. But I just can't believe that we had no Godwin for a long time. You had injuries every week, it felt like. Third guy was out, fourth guy was out, Evans was out, and he still made it work. I know losing Cohen will take a step back, but I just don't think he's going to go 700 yards less. I loved this one. 3,800 yards. Baker Mayfield minus 110. Give it to me.
Can I give you one nugget of why I think that line might be there? Because I did see that line, and I was trying to figure it out as well. I think there may be a tad more like Bucky Irving dependence in this offense this year. And I know they've been talking about out of camp that Bucky's going to be involved in the pass game more this year. I think he's really good. And I'm with you on the over. I think the reason that line is there is because I think Tampa Bay might be a little bit more run dependent this year, rather than Baker Mayfield air this bitch out.
Mm-hmm.
K. Dotton, Jalen McMillan, Emeka Ibuka, Mike Evans. Let's throw for 400 yards and win the game. I think Bucky brings a little bit more stability and like able to win every week by establishing him if he is that good, because I think I can speak for everybody.
Yes.
I like Bucky quite a lot.
I like Bucky Irving a lot. Yeah,
but I think that's why that line is there.
Oh, I can see why it dropped pretty far, but 700 was astonishing. Astonishing in it. What's going to be a very similar offense. You still have the same head coach, which matters.
I love the adjective astonishing. It's making me smile over here. You know, there's this theme that we're just on, talking about crash outs, talking about guys that are ridiculous, that don't have a lot going on in the melon. All right. You know what? I'm trying to make the money for, all the things like Helen. I'm talking George Pickens, 1,000 yards. Plus 115 on FanDuel.
I freaking love that pick. Let's go, man.
GP, are you with me, baby? Give me George Pickens in a contract year. I'm about to cuss, man. This is for family and friends now. George Pickens is going to smash this line in 10 games. In 10 games.
Whoa. 10?
Like 10. I think George Pickens might be better than CeeDee Lamb. I'm being so
brother. I'm the one wearing the Georgia hat here.
I'm being so
Let's pedal that one on back. All right, let's pedal that one on back. We got to look side. We got to look crazy.
fellas, I know what I saw. George Pickens has won your boy some Skrilla in the past on a little 5-leg parlay. He was the last one to cash, didn't have anything to play for up in Pittsburgh. Now, you mean to tell me he gets a quarterback? Oh my God. This line is broken. Go to FanDuel right now, George Pickens, plus 115, 1,000 yards. Thank you, boy, later. Appreciate it. I'm done here.
I love it, and I hope it happens. And I'm not going to lie to you. I looked around at, like, when we were picking player milestones, I looked for, like, Dak Prescott, and looked at his passing yards because I thought, man, if he's got CD and GP now and Jake Ferguson, like, Dak might put up some numbers this year. But I didn't. I stuck with Malcolm's theme, and I also went with a receiver, and I went with the Mr. Wide Receiver 1 in L.A. I went with Puka Nacua over 1,250 yards this year. Because don't get me wrong, people might think, oh, what, Devontae Adams? I understand. Devontae Adams was mostly a distraction for Garrett Wilson last year. And, yeah, don't get me wrong, Devontae will be better this year with Matthew Stafford throwing him the ball, but I still think Devontae's mostly there to distract from Puka. Puka had 1,400 yards his rookie year in 2023. He kind of regressed a little bit last year, but the Rams were kind of weird last year. They
couldn't figure it out with Cup.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure out where he went.
He still almost hit 1,000. So if I can get him at plus 1,250 when he's probably the guy now, I'll take plus 105 for 1,250 yards for Puka Nacua on the season. I know Devontae's going to get some production. He is. He's still that guy. But if Puka Nacua can put up 1,400 yards with a better version of Cooper Kupp in 2023, I think he can put up 1,250 with Devontae Adams, the version of Devontae Adams that we have now. So give me Puka Nacua plus 1,250 yards at plus 105 on FanDuel.
I love that. I have a really quick thing that I just put together in my own mind.
Okay.
This could be
spiral.
This is where we can spiral, but I'm gonna get back to this fast. This is just because we were talking about like 1,000-yard receivers, okay? Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, George Pickens, Mike Evans, Drake London.
I see no reason not to group bet it. I'm in.
I see every reason to not group bet.
Plus 37.81.
That high?
Wow. Is that really the so
$20 wins you $775.
I get paid tomorrow.
There's a deposit bonus on FanDuel right now.
There's a
No, there's not. You're lying. You're lying.
There's a 25% NFL futures for any bet on NFL futures DraftKings right now. We're going back and forth. Every company. Man, that's a fun parlay.
I've just thrown that one out there. We'll put that one out to the masses for a fun one. We'll put that on the little graphic. That'll be a fun one.
That'll be on. Sorry, I'll make sure I get it right. That'll be on X later. It'll be on the Chatt It Up Sports X account.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh man!
All right, back to it.
Yeah, we gotta
roll here.
Sadly, we gotta move. So this one is our reasonable award winner. Award winners are a little bit higher in odds normally. So we're looking for anything kind of, like 2,000 plus 2,000 and under. Typically you want to get a little bit closer to plus 100. But I'm going to start it off, and Chase, maybe I kind of picked this because you're here. I have Amari Hampton as Offensive Rookie of the Year.
My dog.
I
Go Heels.
don't think Rashawn Slater had been carted off yet when I did this, but Amari Hampton doesn't really rely on outside the tackles as much as maybe some running backs. He is going to get a lot of work inside the tackles, especially with Mr. Harbaugh as his coach. Now, look, this is Genty's award to lose. He's at plus 275 already. If Aston Genty runs for 1,000 yards, he's probably going to get it. Probably going to get it. Everybody kind of touted it. But let's be honest. Jim Harbaugh has been looking for a back like Amari Hampton for a long time, and he's found him, man. The 2 carries that he had in the preseason, I thought he looked pretty good. Who knows what you can read off that?
Hey, look, it just shows he's going to get some playing time.
Yeah, but okay. I judge offensive lines in the NFL by how many names that I know on the offensive line. I'll be honest, I don't get that into the weeds.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I don't get that into the weeds of like, man, this guy, look at this guy. He was at Sacred Heart for 2 years, and now he's third string center. No, that's not me. I know every name on their offensive line at least. So that's good. I don't know who's going to step in for Slater specifically. Mekhi Becton, a guy that's been around, but a guy that I've really liked, and I just think he had New York Jets disease. Bozeman, Joe Alt, of course, everybody's favorite, 13-year All-Pro, and Zion Johnson. They have Najee Harris. I think Harbaugh basically said he's fine today. But what I do like is what I really like is the fact that last year they used Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vidal in the pass game primarily. And if Najee eats into Hampton's carries, if Hampton is going to be the true running back number one, then Hampton is just welcome to take some of those receiving yards, which all-purpose yards matter a lot in these Rookie of the Year races. So for all those reasons, give me Amari and Hampton at plus 750 on DraftKings. I think it's great value.
I really like that one.
Am I picking this because I actually think it's going to happen? No. I'm really taking this one for the value. Plus 750, a guy of his talent all day.
And in a running Harbaugh offense. That matters a lot. And boy, does Harbaugh love to use his big offensive line. I really wish Joel was going to be in Titans uniform. Anyways. All right, I'm going to go defensive rookie of the year. This is a stretch, kind of a fun homer pick, but I was like, how can I do something different that I can talk myself into it? Because I do believe Walker is going to get a ton of looks from opposing offensive line and schemers. So that's going to free up a lot of one-on-ones for Tennessee Vols' own James Pierce Jr., who's going to wreak havoc, boys and girls. He's having an awesome camp, per our best friend Caleb, and per plenty of people. He's stirring up the pot. He's super competitive. I think he's got a lot to prove, actually, after last year. I don't think he appreciated the bad press that he got at times from Tennessee people, SEC people. I think now he's going to show up, show out. I think the volume that you guys are going to have in Atlanta, that is going to be rotation. Like, I don't think everybody down there is just so spectacular. Like, we can't take this guy off the field all the time. Like, he's going to get rest. And if you have a guy like James Pierce Jr. that has that kind of athleticism, that can come in off some rest and then terrorize you on third down or second down, certain blitz packages, it's going to be nasty. And I think he could rack up some weird numbers. And I think in the defensive rookie of the year category, it could wind up just being, that guy had, 10 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, whatever. And you may not see the whole, it might have came from like literally 3 games, but
yeah,
I think that happens with some of these award winners and award riders. But I think James Pierce could have an awesome year. And it might take some times because you're going to get guys like Walker. They're going to just be hellacious. I think you got a really good secondary. I believe in Watts also alongside Jesse and all those guys. Like Terrell, like this is going to be I think it's going to be a pretty good defense. If those 3 rookies come along, which I think they can, I think you got 3 guys that are going to fit a great package for your future, and I think they're going to cause some havoc this year. James Pierce Jr. plus 1,600 to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys are going to look at me crazy, and this is where it gets off the rails, and I'm sorry.
Not you.
This guy has won this award 1 time already, and he hasn't won it in over 20 years. He is currently plus 7,500 to win this award, and I think it should be minus 110. AP NFL Coach of the Year is going to be Andy Reid. He is plus 7,500 right now on FanDuel. If you have $500, you can turn it into $37,000 today on FanDuel Sportsbook. And if I'm out of bounds and crazy, there's another guy by the name of Nick Sirianni who has never won the award that is also at plus 7,500.
What would it take for those guys to win? Because, I mean, it's got to be, it's fatigue. They'd have to do something special.
I think the Chiefs would have to go undefeated.
That, or I think, because I was thinking about this on the way over here, because I was trying to figure out a way to work Patrick Mahomes, of course, into the segment. I think the Chiefs, if the Chiefs were to reinvent themselves again, so last year they just figure out how to win every game. It's super annoying. They're escaping by 1 score every game. They lose 2 games on the season. What if we see Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce, all the boys pull up, and Patrick Mahomes throws for 5,500 yards, and they
And
go
50 touchdowns.
It would have to
Yeah.
be Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to
Yeah.
be a reinvention of the team again, something that we haven't seen before or haven't seen in a while since they've had Tyreek Hill. I think that's what it's got to be. I think they you can't run out the same, like, because if you run out the same thing where it's okay, we get it, you beat everybody by one score, we get that you're the best organization in the NFL, we get it, like,
Yeah.
but you're not going to win any awards for that. But if they come out and they start spanking people and they've completely just reinvigorated this team that seems like they're going to be in our lives forever, sure, yeah, I could see it.
That's a great point. Yeah. It's got to be super flashy.
It does, but I just, that looks off to me. Andy Reid plus 7,500 for AP NFL. I don't know.
And you got the Broncos kind of like taking the limelight of that division. I mean, it's fun to talk about. It's more fun to talk about the underdog story. The Chiefs are just too popular. They become almost a villain. A very boring villain, but a villain.
They've been too good for too long.
They have been. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's the Batman quote.
Because I looked at those Coach of the Year awards, and I thought some of the odds on them were just insane.
Crazy.
Like, it's just so high, and I was like, these are like consistently really good coaches. But yeah, they're looking for that like Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen type.
Vrabel's number one.
Yeah, to give like a first-year head coach, like, hey, you really brought a team that's been struggling the past few years back. That's who we're looking to give this award to.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, even though Andy Reid's probably one of the best coaches in the NFL right now, that's not what they're looking for with the award, it feels like. But I love the pick, Mo.
Yeah, I do like that. Joseph?
Mine coincides with the my first pick and my first bet. I took Joe Burrow to win an MVP at plus 600 on FanDuel. I mean, I think he could have got it last year if they had just won like 3 or 4 more games. Like if they had beaten the Ravens once, beaten the Chiefs, and kind of made the playoffs, I think Joe would have been more in the running for it. I mean, he had almost 5,000 yards. He was 70% completion guy and 43 touchdowns to 9 interceptions.
Number one in NFL in all 3 of them.
Those are MVP stats, but Josh Allen was just having a freak year, and the Bills were better than the Bengals.
Yep.
So if the Bengals can win a few more games this year, I think even if Josh does what he did last year, they'll kind of have like Lamar fatigue with Josh, and I still think they have Lamar fatigue because you could have justified giving it to Lamar last year, but it's like, okay, let's give it to somebody else. I kind of think that's where they're at because those 4 AFC quarterbacks with Josh, Lamar, Patrick, and Joe, like you could give it to any of those guys any given year, and people would be like, yeah, I kind of get it. I think it's Joe's turn. I think the Chiefs have been around for so long. Josh Allen finally got his MVP. Lamar's won it twice. I think this is Joe's year. I like the plus 600 odds. I mean, if he does anything he did close to last year and they just win a few more games, I think he's in that conversation. So I went Joe Burrow MVP.
I believe that because this will matter because I think more casuals and more new watchers, the NFL is about to become a monopoly. People are like, oh, it's the ESPN. No, it's the NFL. People fell in love with him on quarterbacks this year.
They did. For sure.
He's a cool guy. Like he's not just Joe Cool, the name. Like he's a cool guy. He's very interesting. That doc's great for a lot of those guys. Kirk Cousins will be an advertisement forever because of that one show, that one season. And this season obviously helped because they wanted to bring him back because he was so popular. Joe did that again. And I think that puts people, it's top of mind. It's a marketing advertising thing for his future.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it seems like watching the doc, I'm like, he seems like a guy that would be like, yeah, no, I don't want to do something like this. Like, I don't want to be on this doc. Like, I just want to play football and be me. And then you see him on it, and it's just like, I get it. I get why people are so, like, Joe Burrow's the man. He is. Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, I know he ended up not getting the purchase, but he's like, I bought a Batmobile. I'm like, that's so freaking cool, dude. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine what it's like to be in that tax bracket, but that's exactly. So cool that you're like, I have this money and I wanted to buy a Batmobile, you know? So yeah.
All right, back to you, Drew.
All right, boys.
This next one.
This is called the long shot any category. So this can be anything on our lovely sports books. It can be anything. I mean, it can be We're looking for plus 2,000 odds or higher. And before I give you mine, I don't think anybody knew I was going to do this, but I'm going to read some Kyle Pitts futures that are just
here we
awesome.
go.
Kyle Pitts, most regular season receiving yards in the NFL, plus 15,000. No? Don't like that one? How about most regular season receiving touchdowns, plus 7,500? Or my favorite of the bunch, you can take Kyle Pitts to have the most receiving yards in just the NFC South at plus 8,000. One of my favorite bets I've ever found. Probably not. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take it.
Evans.
I was about to say, who's your competition there?
Evans,
London. Anybody from the Saints? Chris Olave's.
No.
Talent-wise,
he's up there.
Yeah,
but he needs to be on a different team.
Right.
To him, yeah.
And then
I guess you could say McMillan, Thielen, maybe
Xavier Legette.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like if they really are force feeding,
he's going to lose it to his own teammate,
right? If they really are force feeding him the ball, why do you not take the flyer on plus 8,000? Anyways, I'm sorry. I love it. I had to get it in there.
Your real long shot.
Yeah, my real long shot. A guy that I think this award that he's going to be going for, the only one that I think he'll be up for, is the most narrative award in all of sports. It is the Comeback Player of the Year. Now, normally I know this goes to an injury or something like that, but this guy just happened to have the misfortune of playing for the Las Vegas Raiders, and his name is Hunter Renfrow at plus 9,000 for Comeback Player of the Year. Look, man, Hunter Renfrow was really, really good, and I've already seen like 3 Instagram posts about Dabo Swinney talking about how Hunter Renfrow lost his joy and how they've helped him come back. Everybody wants to root for Bryce Young. Everybody wants to root for Dabo Swinney. Guess who the common denominator between the two is?
Hunter Renfrow.
It's Hunter Renfrow. And when I grabbed this last week, it was plus 15,000. It is now at plus 9,000. So that means there's been some movement. It's really going to depend on his on-field production and how good I think the Panthers really are. And if he even gets on the field, to be honest, I think he will. But they do have some receivers there. It's not like they have nobody, and he did take a year off from football. But I think Renfrow, if I can analyze this from as high of a football IQ perspective as I can with my limited knowledge of the game, I think Bryce needs a guy like Renfrow. Just a guy that's always going to be in his view, that he can always count on, sure hands in the slot. They bring in McMillan, which I'm not too excited about. I know I wasn't around for the NFL draft with you guys, but I'm not actually that excited about McMillan on the Panthers.
Jalen McMillan?
Tedero.
Yeah. Sorry. I was like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not actually that excited about him because I kind of, although he is more talented than Legette, I think he's kind of a mute point, like bringing in the same kind of guy. And they're not the exact same guy. I know that. But Renfrow is a different kind of receiver. He's a guy that Bryce Young can dump it down to. I think he's the exact guy that Bryce needs. And I think narratively, as long as somebody, because I was looking at the other candidates for this award, and as long as, sorry, let me get it pulled up. I think the 3 hurdles would be if Dak has an awesome season, Aiden Hutchinson has an awesome season, or if Christian McCaffrey has an awesome season. I think those are the 3 people that would just beat him outright. Because they have Trevor Lawrence on here. I don't really see that. I mean, Lawrence has been kind of mid for a few years now. They have him at plus 475.
Yeah.
McCarthy's at plus 1,000. I don't think they give it to a guy who hasn't taken an NFL snap yet. And then the only other one that I saw was Nick Chubb. If Nick Chubb is just kicking ass and taking names in Houston, everybody loves Nick Chubb. Nobody can really speak against him.
Especially look what happened with Mixon last year.
Right. So those are the 4: Prescott, Hutchinson, McCaffrey,
Hutchinson's going to possibly have outside MVP votes last year.
Yeah.
And was probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
The guy was leading pressures until like December.
Yeah.
So
until he went down.
Yeah, I think Renfrow would have to have a special season, and I think the Panthers would have to wildly outperform and him be a primary reason for that. And I also think Hutchinson would have to have like 7.5 sacks. But at plus 9,000, I just like the story.
The Trevor Lawrence thing is interesting because I feel like this is probably the best weapons he's had since he's been in Jacksonville, with him having Brian Thomas Jr. and now Travis Hunter, he's listed as a wide receiver 1, but he's a cornerback 2. So he tells you they're going to play him more at wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think Trevor could have a better year. I don't know if he'll have that good of a year, but this is the best set of weapons he's had on the outside probably since he's been in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I think that's fair
I think
to say.
Brian was more of a surprise than people thought.
Yeah, for sure.
He was for me.
Also on my fantasy team.
Shout out. He carried me a long ways this year. All right. My long shot actually is going to be a guy you mentioned, and I love this fact because if I'm going to double down on a pick for San Francisco 49ers to win their division, I'm going to take that because Christian McCaffrey could become Offensive Player of the Year, boys, at plus 2,200. Loved it from the fact of the usage. No matter what you thought, I kind of have to take out last year because of how bad it was. If you look at the offense from 2, holy smokes, Christian McCaffrey was special. And now they're losing a piece in Debo that takes away weird rushes and things like that. I think go get it. He's got the juice. He's coming back what seems to be full health. I know he's got issues, but I think that he'll be full health one more time, one more run with Shannon to be an absolute bell cow in all aspects because he's going to have a lot out of the backfield as well with Brock. It's going to be a special year, I think, for Christian. I like this one even as like a possible reasonable award winner, but I was like, if I can get James Pierce Jr. for fun too, and then I can tack this on. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year, boys. Shanahan is about to have a dose of fun with this guy.
What were the odds, Chase?
Malcolm Hill, plus 2,200.
All right, subtract 200 from that. What does that equal?
2,000, brother.
Add a 0. What does that equal?
20,000.
Oh, we're dipping in
That
there.
is what we're going with. Because Michael Penix Jr. is going to be the AP Offensive Player of the Year. Put $100 on it, you get $100K back. $100K for a show. That's what Waka Flocka said. Fellas, this is going to happen, man. Give me Michael Penix Jr. to be AP Offensive Player of the Year. If things go how they think they're going to go, I don't think he's going to win an MVP, but I think you're going to have to give him something. And he's not a rookie, but I think he could put numbers up. Guys, Michael Penix is different from everything I've seen in training camp. And this offense is going to go. It's going to go.
How can that happen?
Listen, we like the segment.
Hold on.
The segment.
It is a long shot. I know we all.
No,
jump
dude,
in there.
he's pulling up from the moon, dude. Like,
This has got us befoozled. I love it. And it's a long shot. This is not your automatic reward winner. The only way this could happen is like Hutchinson would have to win like MVP because if he's that good.
Who?
Like
Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden-
Because
Aiden-
like the problem,
yeah.
what Chase is getting to is the problem with quarterbacks is that when they're this good,
Yeah.
they're in the MVP.
That's
like
true.
They don't because I had the same vein, like in the same vein of thought that Malcolm did when I looked at Offensive Player of the Year. I was like Jaden Daniels. That was like my first pick, and then his odds for that were like plus 3,300.
Yeah.
But then he's like plus 600 to win MVP. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I get why.
That's right. Yeah.
Because if a quarterback's playing that well, they're going to be in the MVP conversation, not Offensive Player of the Year. And I get why the NFL and the league does that because those awards kind of go hand in hand. Where it's like if you're the Offensive Player if you're the MVP and you're on offense, you're probably the Offensive Player of the Year.
I'm going to tell y'all my thought process here. Because that sympathy ass MVP we gave to Josh Allen, that shit shouldn't have happened. And I believe the AP Offensive Player of the Year was Lamar, right? I want to say that happened.
IT's on it.
I think you might be right actually because
So
they were so close.
my thought process is that say Pat Mahomes comes out here and just lights this shit up. Or let's just say that Lamar comes in and is just killing folks. Or Joe Burrow is just like, nah, this is mine.
It was Saquon.
Well,
Oh
it was
yeah.
Saquon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Duh.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
Yeah, Grace.
Uh, I mean, do I love Michael Penix Jr. as much as the next guy, Malcolm?
Yeah.
I do. Man, I'm a big fan of him. But dude, I literally think, man, I think me and you could drive to Vegas tonight, and we would have a better chance of becoming millionaires tonight. Tonight, than Michael Penix Jr. winning the Offensive Player of the Year. I mean,
Bruh,
I would rather take Michael Penix Jr. at MVP. I really would.
It just looks broken, bro. Like I'm looking at it right now, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
That's the first time a betting app's been like, "Are you sure?"
No, literally, like they limited me to doing it.
We didn't mean to put that up. We didn't think anybody would take
It
it.
makes you double take. Like, are you sure? Like, place bet. Are you sure you want to place this bet? That's the first time I've ever been asked.
What
that
if?
before.
What if? It's so funny. I wonder if, like, at the end of the, like, we're 6 games in, and you can kind of see the narrative start to go like the perfect way.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Holy, this Malcolm Harris guy in East Tennessee he's going to be freaking right."
That'd be one that would land you on the Twitter page. Like, we
Yeah.
got to see the ticket.
Yeah, we got to see.
Yeah, that's my long shot, fellas.
All right, Joseph.
All right, man. My long shot, playing on these rookies again, is a boy out of Texas. I went with Matthew Golden winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's on a team that's looking for a wide receiver one, and I think he's a guy that, based on the way Sark used him at Texas, LaFleur could use him in similar ways, and he could be all over the field. The last Offensive Rookie of the Year wide receiver was Garrett Wilson. It took 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns. I think Matthew Golden could be in that vein if he lives up to the hype. Because, like you said pre-show, Drew, a lot of wide receiver twos for the Packers.
Definitely.
So they need a guy. Jordan Love needs a go-to guy. I think Matthew Golden could be that. And I think at plus 2,500, it's not the worst value in the world. I know the popular pick, and it didn't fit our odd scheme, so that's why the popular pick is probably going to be Travis Hunter. And I get it. But pre-show, I mentioned this. I think him playing both ways is going to play him out of both of these awards. I think if he's going to play receiver and cornerback, he's going to miss winning Offensive Rookie of the Year or Defensive Rookie of the Year. Where if he would pick to one or the other, probably leaning more towards wide receiver, I think he could really win one of them. But I think if he's splitting time, it's going to hurt his chances. And that to me was like, it's a long shot, but if Golden works out,
right,
and he becomes the guy in Green Bay for Jordan Love, he could rack up some yards and he could get some touchdowns in some really interesting ways. I mean, they could use him on jet sweeps. They could use him on punt return. They could get him on the deep ball. Like, I think Matthew Golden could fit in this offense really well. And I think that could lead to him putting up some kind of crazy numbers for a rookie wide receiver. Rookie wide receiver.
Yeah. Man, interesting pick, because here's what I think. I think he has the perfect coach to do so. LaFleur is a guy that will play to the strengths of his team always. I think back, and this is not a one-to-one example, but I think back to the times where he had to have Malik Willis as his quarterback, and he won those games. He won those games with Malik Willis. Our resident Titans fan over here could not ever think such a thing was possible.
Excuse me. Malik Willis did beat the Kansas City Chiefs one time. Mike Vrabel.
Oh, yeah, and Vrabel.
Stop
But 2 games, no way.
No way.
But I think if LaFleur sees that, hey, Matthew Golden is really going well, and I don't have to deal with the wide receiver roulette that is Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks. There's another one I always forget. Yeah, there's another guy. There's literally, he's same type of vein type of guy that over there in Green Bay. I think LaFleur is one of the most suited coaches to identify that, to use it and use it well. I think we are about wrapped up. I did ask for a freelance category, so that is just if you had a random bet that you wanted to throw out there that didn't really fit in all of those categories. This would be the time to do so. I actually have 2.
Go for it.
Go fast. Go.
Yeah, the Browns is the last team to win a game in the NFL was definitely mine. I don't have the odds on that.
I didn't even know you could bet that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
You can
bet on
unbelievable.
anything.
You can
Yeah.
literally bet on anything.
Yeah. So the Browns to be the last team to win a game. Their first 7 weeks are brutal. I don't know when they're going to win a game. I don't know how they're going to win a game. More importantly, I have zero clue when I look at this Browns team how they're going to win a single game this year. They're banking on, I guess, Joe Flacco, and then and Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel hurt. So right now, Shadur is. I don't know if they've started playing, but Shadur is starting for them right now because Joe Flacco is apparently too good to play in the preseason. Joe Burrow is not, but I digress. I think this is smart money, is to take the Browns to be the last team to win a game, because I like where your head's at with the Titans. They would be one, and the only other one that I could see messing this up is the New Orleans Saints. But they play in the NFC South.
They're going to try to win games.
Yeah, and they have no reason not to win these games. They literally are in cap hell. So are the Browns, but I mean, like, they're I don't know. That's
They
the thing.
hate each other up
Yeah,
there.
that's the thing. I don't know how they're going to win a game. And my second one, you touched on it a little bit, just for fun. Travis Hunter to win both Offensive Rookie and Defensive Rookie of the Year at plus 10,000 is my favorite bet I've ever seen. It will never be offered again for any player. Nobody take that. Let me look at the camera when I say this. Do not take that. You are handing the sports books money.
Facts. It's not even a weird one. I was very surprised in such a bad division. The New England Patriots to make the playoffs is plus 130. I was like, to make the playoffs, to be maybe even win that division, probably. Easy schedule, third easiest schedule. Vrabel, the guy wins with way worse teams.
Drake May and Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
It's not crazy.
it's not crazy.
Ramondre, anybody drink that Kool-Aid still?
I
No.
did a year ago, and I
Yeah,
paid
not
for it.
me.
Yuck. The Kool-Aid made me throw up to
That's,
myself.
Maybe you got anything else up there?
Yeah, just a quick one, man. It's going to be 12 touchdowns. This is at what? Plus 1,600 right now on FanDuel. Mr. Brock Bowers from the Vegas Raiders. 12 touchdowns.
Nice, Miggy.
17
I
games.
like that.
Just force.
I mean, I love it. I love everything about it.
Can happen.
Because, as the resident dog fan,
Turn it
yeah.
around. Oh, baby.
we're sticking with Georgia Bulldogs boys. Comeback player of the year at plus 1,500. Nick Chubb was my kind
Right.
of wild card bet. The league loves him. Everybody loves him. It's hard not to root for him. He's such a good guy.
Great.
And with Joe Mixon being kind of questionable right now, if he starts the season questionable or tries to start the season and isn't as 100%, and Nick Chubb's just sitting there, I know D'Amico will hand him the ball.
Yep.
If Chubb can play the whole season and stay healthy and becomes running back one, he could really put up some numbers with the Texans. So give me comeback player of the year, the old boy Nick Chubb.
Hell
He's
yeah.
still got a good season left in the tank.
Just run all over people.
Boom.
Yeah.
I do love that. I like that combination down there. That could be nasty if that offensive line is just serviceable. Young Malcolm, we appreciate you hopping on from
Hey,
Great
I
Wide North.
appreciate y'all boys, man. It's a great show. You the man.
Drew, thanks for coming up with everything. Joseph, thanks for running everything. Like and subscribe to Chat It Up Sports. We love you guys. Have a fantastic Feel Good Friday. We out.